The College Football Experience Sunday reaction show for week 1 on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the College Football Experience. Week 1 reaction show for Sunday. God damn, this week 1 keeps going on and on. That's beautiful. YouTube.com/the College Experience. Get on over there, hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget iTunes, Spotify, all that stuff. You're traveling, download the damn episode. Yeah. Well, I just had some football games. Another day with more football games. It's beautiful. It's beautiful like this. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I want this pilot. It's a matter of national security.
I mean, tough day on the picks for me. Tough day. I thought one of these really should have hit. I thought one was a bad beat. But, yeah, the U coming through for you. We got a battle on that. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the College Basketball Experience. Subscribe. Give it up for former staffer at Austin Peay with the Governor, South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and West Virginia with the Mountaineers, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Yes, Sunday. It feels like week 1's forever. College football, can't beat it. Cheers, everybody. Let's go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Yes. You cannot beat the greatest fucking sport on planet Earth. So, but I mean, you can beat Pick Dundee with the most recent outcome. We did have a battle. I didn't feel amazing about this coming into it. I don't like taking freshman quarterbacks on the road or first road start quarterbacks. I always say freshman.
Yeah. Same thing.
You get my point. And I thought we'd see both quarterbacks, to tell you the truth, but let me load up the slides actually. Here, let's start off with this one right here. We had Catholics versus convicts. That shitty stadium Hard Rock was rocking tonight. It wasn't the Orange Bowl glory, but it was still rocking tonight. I didn't think it was that big of an Irish crowd, which I thought might be I thought it might be more like 50-50 or 60-40. I feel like it was more Miami fans than that. Mm-hmm. 27-24 the final as the Canes get it done. And they were the better team. I'm not going to sugarcoat it here. I'm not going to say there's some bullshit. It was hilarious that Cristobal went so conservative that he thought, you know what, let's line up for a 47-yard field goal to win the game. Like,
oh my God.
Like, I mean, very lucky that the kicker made that, because a 47-yard field goal in college football is like, that shit is not a lock. Yeah. But still, I believe Miami was the better team. CJ Carr was what? I mean, I actually think he
was
played.
Okay.
He played like a young quarterback, but he had moments where you could say, "Ooh, right."
Yeah.
He's probably going to be very good in the future. He was 19 of 30 for 221, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I thought they would play both quarterbacks, but I guess maybe Marcus Freeman doesn't want to do the QB system. I thought that might be able to throw Miami, perhaps, make it harder to game plan for them. Jadarian Price was the leading rusher for the Irish. Are you surprised by that? Because that is, I think most people would have had Jeremiah Love, but Price had 45 yards. That's something they couldn't really get the ground game going. I mean, they had 88 yards with their backs. I know Carr had another 16, so just slightly over 100 as a team. But yeah, I was pretty surprised. And one thing I will say is I do think Miami's defense looked improved. I know they had the one breakdown on the play to the tight end there, but they looked really improved. I will say that I do believe Miami was the better team, but I do also believe if CJ Daniels doesn't make that crazy catch, that was an interception going back the other way and potentially could have changed the outcome of this game despite Miami looking better. Carson Beck on both of those touchdown throws off the back foot. It worked tonight. Notre Dame's defense is really good, so maybe it won't burn you later. But I don't like seeing that. I mean, if you're a Canes fan, you're like, great, we got it done. But if you're going to consistently do that, I do believe you'll get bit. But hey, shout out to Cristobal and the Canes. Huge win. Absolutely fucking huge win. And look, for the Irish, I think I mean, you play A&M in what? 12 days?
Yeah, they got the bye week coming up.
Right now, I don't like that matchup for them because they didn't really get the ball down the field vertically. They kept doing those bubble screens. That's why you saw the interception. They were becoming so predictable at like the little bubble screens and stuff that Miami's D jumped on it, to their credit. And I'm a little worried for them to open up the season potentially 0-2. What were your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you said. Miami deserved to win the game. Miami was the better team. I thought Miami controlled the line of scrimmage, and that's usually what Notre Dame has done over the last couple of years under Freeman. The fact they were able to hold Love to 33 yards rushing, I mean, he's as talented a running back as anybody in the country. If Miami, it's like every time Miami wins a big game, it's like, oh, but Cristobal did this. Cristobal did everything he could to lose that game. They should have won the game going away. I thought they actually dominated the game. Better team from the opening kick, and then he got so conservative in the second half. Well,
just think of that logic. You're content with you say, hey guys, let's not fuck this up.
47-yarder. I'm like, this isn't a chip shot.
Yeah. Well, dude, the irony here is what they only had 9 yards more of offense or 10 yards more of offense, but I thought they were the better team too.
Yeah,
they just looked the better team. So, I wonder though.
With the crowd, though, I mean, the crowd did play a factor. It was a Miami crowd.
Yeah, Kevin in the chat saying he thought Miami was the best team I saw this week. They did look good, man. I'm not the whole weekend. It's tough because Florida State looked pretty fucking good.
Yeah, LSU. I mean, LSU winning at Clemson. That's a big time fucking win.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they're certainly up there with them. Anytime you beat an opponent that caliber, because most of these teams didn't play an opponent that caliber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Pure Ruckus giving us $2 too. He won 1,100. Appreciate you in the chat there, brother. Yeah, like so. Let's overreact for a second here because I do have Notre Dame schedule now sitting in front of me. They have A&M next, which they got a bye week, but I'm a little nervous that A&M might be the perfect team to beat them because A&M's D line is not as good as Miami's, but it's still good. And A&M's offensive line, I think, is actually better than Miami's. Yeah. So they kind of have the same. I know it's in South Bend. That might make a big difference, though.
And off a bye week.
Yeah.
Coming off the loss off a bye week, I will say, Notre Dame fans, you can't lose more than one game the rest of the way. If you like one game, if you lose to A&M, you got to go 10-0 the rest of the way if you want to get in the playoff. They're not getting in at 9-3 with the loss to Miami and Texas A&M.
The good news though is there's not a lot of meat on the bone.
No, yeah, the schedule sucks after the
I mean, USC could get them, but that's in South Bend.
Yep.
Boise looked terrible, so let's throw that out. At Arkansas, maybe
tricky.
At Boston College, but you got a bye week before it. I don't think so. At Pitt, maybe.
Yeah.
But
at Stanford.
historically,
Please.
historically,
beat Notre Dame final game.
Yeah, historically, that one's been tough. Yeah, I don't know. For best team, it's tough though, man, because Florida State I thought looked really good.
Utah
Miami
looked really good.
I think the best you could say though, I actually think it's LSU because that's a road environment. Miami won at home.
Yeah.
Florida State won at home. Another one. I thought Auburn played pretty good on the road.
Yeah.
They did give up over 400 yards passing, but I still thought they played pretty good.
I agree with Casper.
Utah looked good too. That was a road game, but that's not a real lit environment.
Yeah.
But they looked awesome. They looked awesome, but yeah.
I mean, they whipped their ass from the opening kick.
But still, UCLA is like a 5-win team last year. You know what I mean? Like,
True. I was just
not overreact too much.
Like,
yeah.
Like you blinked and it was 20-0. It's like, okay, Utah was pissed off coming into the fucking season, like we thought.
Yeah. I would give it to LSU though, just because that environment.
Yeah.
What's the hardest environment a team went into and won?
LSU by a country mile.
Yeah. Shout out to Sam in the chat giving us $20. I really appreciate the grind. Best college show on the interwebs. How about those Utah State Aggies? There we go. We'll talk about them in a little bit here.
Yeah, how about them Aggies, baby?
Yeah.
Mendenhall. You better watch out, Mountain West.
Yes.
It's wide open.
Oh yeah, it is wide open now that Boise, San Jose, and UNLV. Well, UNLV's 2-0. UNLV somehow managed to be 2-0.
But they suck.
Yeah. Let's talk about the next game because well, I want to just say that my 8.5 points should have hit.
Yeah.
I thought it should have hit. Now, with that being said, South Carolina was the better team. I feel it's slightly robbed here. Because Charleston State does look amazing. Shout out to Eric C. 24-11, man. I know Hokies fans are furious, but I mean, Brent Pry is
borrowed time.
It's just they're not well prepared, man. I just can't get that. Like, okay, what happens? They punt the ball. Biggest play in the fucking game. They punt the ball. At the time, it was a what was the score? It was 10-8. 10-8. Yes.
Yeah. Games in the balance.
Yeah. Moneyline at no, I am on Twitter. I am at the Colby D. Last I checked, maybe someone canceled me. I don't know. But so they punt the ball. There's an illegal formation on the punt, and Shane Beamer, to his credit, classic Beamer ball. I saw you tweet that too. They
got Beamer balled.
Well, think about this though. This is the whole fucking existence of Brent Pry, and I talked about this. I was on a guest on the Too Deep podcast, and they asked me my opinion of him. And I look, maybe the joke's on me taking 8.5, but like the guy's been in every game.
Yeah,
he doesn't normally get blown out. You know what I mean? Like he's got an unbelievable, terrible record in 1-score games, but I think he's 1-12 in 1-score games. So I was like, yeah, he'll stay in this game and they'll lose. That was my handicap. But one of the reasons, like they asked me on that show, like why are you so down on Pry? And I'm like, they don't look prepared. They often are over penalized. They just look like they didn't really study film. They didn't break it down. They didn't execute a game plan. Terrible clock management. A lot of times I think Brent Pry has, see the Miami game a year ago. But man, they get penalized. They're a dumb team constantly. That's the thing that I would say. And I think I watch a little closer than most because Kramer's a Virginia Tech fan and a bunch of my buddies are. So I'm watching it, and that play was I think the game, because a simple 5-yard penalty like that, and Beamer was smart enough because they thought they'd just take the 5 yards. He's like, no, repunt. And the dude took it back to the house. That play was catastrophic to Virginia Tech, because Virginia Tech's offense wasn't doing shit all game, and a play like that cranks that thing open. I know LaNorris Sellers hit the deep ball later, right?
Yeah.
And let's be honest, South Carolina's way more talented than Virginia Tech. They just passed the eye test more. But man, if that sequence goes differently, maybe Virginia Tech wins this game. You have no idea. You know what I mean? Like they were having They were right in there. It was a field goal game, and something so simple as that. That's on you, brother. That's on you as coaching. Like, that shit can't happen in the fourth quarter of a game, you know? Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, if you're a Tech fan, you kind of just walk away. It's the same shit. You're in the game 10-8, going in the fourth quarter. I was watching with a bunch of Hokie fans here in the state of Virginia, and I'm like, dude, they got a shot here, and then they gave up the punt. And it's fitting that Beamer ball on the Beamer Bowl won the game for South Carolina, because that punt return changed the whole momentum. Then the Gamecock fans were rocking. They get the ball back, then Sellers hits the home run throw. But Virginia Tech, it's more of the same. It's just they can't put together a full 60-minute consistent game under Pry. I mean, Pry, what's Pry now? In his era, he's what, 16-22.
Dude, Drones
16-22 at Virginia fucking Tech. I mean, come on, man.
And Drones being that inaccurate.
Yeah, that was another thing. It's like, come on, Drones. I thought, like, you had a shitty down year. Yeah, I thought he would bounce back this year. You got a national TV game. Everybody's out on Tech. This is the time to bite somebody. And he wasn't very good.
They lost South Carolina, I think, lost 8 starters from their defense a year ago. And they're not a team that normally just replenishes defensive players.
100%.
So I don't even know if it's South Carolina's defense or Drones was 15 of 35.
No, he was horrible.
For 221, 2 interceptions. I mean, and there was a big play before that punt. You go back and watch it. Before that punt, guys coming over the middle, and he throws one of those worm burners, man. That shit just was.
He's not very good.
If you had connected with that, it's a first down. You never have to punt. Who knows where the game goes? Shout out to Moneyline Ed, giving us $20. Appreciate you been rocking with us for years, brother. Yeah. So now I just want to talk a little bit about, and I know I didn't give the Canes an analysis because they have Bethune-Cookman next, but and they won, but with these Hokies here, the reason why I'm going to bring up them, I think the losing impacts more, but I had South Carolina winning that game on our win total thing. I had Virginia Tech losing that, but now Virginia Tech is hosting Vanderbilt and Diego pissing Pavia this Saturday.
That's a loss.
I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they're like the only way they could beat them to me is because Lane Stadium is Lane Stadium, and you ride that momentum. But you got to turn around in a shorter week now and take on an offense that's complicated. Maybe you saw it last year, and maybe that's your advantage. But yeah, so then the question would be, where ODU looked pretty good against Indiana. I thought that game might have more juice than we realize, man. So that's the next 3 opponents, or that's their first 3 opponents right there. I don't know if I think he's gonna get fired. I think he's gonna get fired, man. Not to say it will be week 3 or something, but circle those bye weeks. Because that was a pretty shitty display there. Anything else you want to add on this game?
No, I mean, I think we can put a bow on it. Virginia Tech, not very underwhelming. South Carolina, good win. They continue to win games under Beamer. They got what? South Carolina State, then they have Vandy coming to them, and they start SEC play here.
Yeah, both these teams get Vandy over the next 2 weeks. Crazy.
Go Vandy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just thought I should have hit the 8.5. Thought I should have hit the 8.5. That punt return was fucking huge. All right. Look, we're gonna react to the rest of the weekend or Saturday because last night's show was cool. We had Patty C on the show. Go check out the Saturday reaction show. Patty C was back doing the damn thing, but we didn't get a chance to go through all the games. It was kind of all over the place. So we're gonna take a look back at some of those games and break down what we thought of week 1. But before we do that, I want to let you know that the College Football Experience is brought to you by, the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Yes, the free roll football contest is back. Free to enter. Picking every NFL game. ATS, $3,000 to first place, $4,000 if you're on Patreon. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/free roll. Plus, we got 25% off everything in the merch store. Promo code football. You know, a lot of times I get people DM me saying, dude, you won me a bunch of money, or a nice pick. I went with the money line play that you said. And they're like, you know, I'd like to buy you some beers and shots if you come to Stillwater or whatever the fuck, right? Look, what can really help us, man? Hop over there, get a t-shirt. There's Pick Dundee t-shirts. There's Eat Shit Pit t-shirts. There's College Football Experience t-shirts. And right now you're getting 25% off with the promo code football. So hop on over there and do that. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none, and their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. You can easily deposit and get lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head on over to mybookie.ag, and when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. College football is back and better than ever on Rhythm. Last year to start the season, Rhythm was 16-4 ATS over the first 2 weeks, up 11.6 units. And if college football is not your cup of tea, well, you got MLB, NFL, golf, WNBA. Look, and Rhythm has just introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you will be able to win $1,000. Or I'm sorry, you could be able to win $1,000. Get your free 7-day trial period today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back, and shout out in the chat. Chat is rolling here. Yes, Patty C talk, and then D Bettis. D Bettis, the fucking man. What's up? The teaser king, man. Like, he sent me his screenshots. D Bettis, he killed it this weekend. I think I sent you a message back saying, were those money line or ATS? D Bettis, you got to let me know. And shout out to your Buckeyes bringing us home money. And shout out to R Right. All right, giving us $20. Colby, you've made me money for 2 years. Thank you, all right, man. And all right, you're Hawkeyes, right? Not Cyclones, right? Because you got a big one this week. Yeah.
That number's out there.
What's that?
I said that number's out there. Iowa State laying 3 against the Hawkeyes.
Dude, I already bet a 3.5. I took the 3.5 and the Hawkeyes. I think that shit's gonna be a field goal game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Portland State. We got Portland State. You know what? Viking Elder God number 7. Are you on Twitter, Viking Elder God number 7? Because if you are, if you could DM me your email address at the Colby D, because I feel like we need to send you a fucking shirt or something, because you just lost 42-0 week 1 and 69-0 week 2. And you're still in here excited about Portland State Viking football. That is why I love college football. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
And Joe in the chat, Patty C is nuts. Satterfield might be the worst hire in 140-year history at Cincinnati. I miss Tuberville at this point. Patty, don't you got to understand, Patty C, I think, was surprised at that Nebraska game. But trust me, as someone that watched Cincinnati with him over the past few years, I don't think he likes Satterfield as a head coach at Cincinnati.
No.
I think he actually, during the games, he actually hates it because he's like a low-key Cincinnati fan. He has been since the 90s.
Yeah.
And I personally think, like, he was being kind last night. He wasn't on the mic for a while. He's like, the offense moved. You get in the studio with him, and they start playing. It's like, this fucking pile of shit. He's like,
we didn't have enough cold ones in Patty last night.
Yeah.
Patty was like PG last night. I was surprised. It's like, come on, man, let's go.
He hadn't been on the mic in a while, man. Right?
He was being nice. Nice.
Yeah. And shout out to John in the chat giving us $20. Go Bucks, horns down for life. Amen, brother. Amen. And hey, honestly, Viking Elder God, please, at the Colby D, I'm gonna send you. I just want you to DM me your email address, and then we're gonna send you something, because the commitment is unbelievable. That's the best part, and people don't even know. Your lay college football fan doesn't even know Portland State's got a fucking team, right?
Yeah.
This is why I love what we built.
The passion, baby.
Yeah, and North Dakota looked pretty damn good against. How about that opening 3 games for Portland State? Tarleton State,
Yeah.
then BYU, then North Dakota, who look great against Kansas State.
What is wrong with K-State right now? Oh my God.
Yeah. No, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I want to start this thing off. I want to do this the right way here. We don't have, we're,
By the way, while you're scrolling through, Mac in the Box, 5-1 yesterday.
woo.
Me and Bombs. We're at the top of the leaderboard.
Oh, you know why I'm
You're with the TMZ crowd.
well, I'm sharing my picks with Kramer and Sean. All right. So, that's just not good. Dude, let's react to all this action that we had. We had Syracuse, Tennessee. Syracuse looked like the team I think we all thought they would be.
Yeah.
I did take the 14.5. No, I didn't bet it, but I just picking the game. I was like, yeah, I don't know if we'll see how Aguilar looks. Aguilar looked great. He looked much better than Nico. And Tennessee, shout out to Tennessee. I mean, that was a Tennessee crowd. I mean, this is just
It was a bullshit game.
Yeah. But congrats to the Vol Nation, because I think you're sitting back there watching Aguilar and you say we could do something, and then you're watching Nico later in the night probably, and you're like, yeah, I think we're a better team because of it.
I mean, if Rocky Top was drinking like I was yesterday, they were laughing their ass off. I mean, Aguilar lit them up. What? 3 touchdowns, 250 through the air. Then they go watch Nico be Nico in the late window. It was a great day to be a Vol yesterday. I mean, just a total FU, and Tennessee's not bad, man. Like, Tennessee's got a soft schedule, so maybe they can go 8-4, 9-3 this year. I don't know how good they really are. I don't think Syracuse is very good.
Syracuse plays UConn next week, and yeah,
UConn's going to beat them.
Someone might have bet that game already.
What's that number?
Go out there. I don't know what it's at now, because that's one thing I'll tell you guys. One of the things I highly recommend when betting college football is check the Sunday morning books, because these numbers are going to move. They don't move like FCS, but they move a little bit. I'm assuming it's still at a touchdown or 7.5. But,
yeah.
but your boy got 8.
And I like UConn next week.
I might even go in on the money line too. But anyway, it's something to pay attention to. When those things open, I hammer that. And to me, from my experiences, anytime you talk to, like, in your Vegas, you talk to these professional bettors, that's what they're doing with every day of their life, which is somewhat me, besides this. But they're like, they kind of taught me that. It's like, you gotta hammer the Sunday morning books, So anyway, next up we had Texas, Ohio State. We talked to this last night, but shout out to Ohio State, and I know Texas outgained them and everything, but the same issues that plagued Texas a season ago, to a certain extent, of red zone offense and also 4th down conversions. They struggled in that. I thought Matt Patricia, first, welcome back to college football. It's been 20 years since he's been back in college football. He had a great game plan, and I have my concerns with both these offenses moving forward, but I think I could say that for everybody in college football almost. Buckeyes, big time win, man. What'd you make of this one?
I thought Ohio State was a better team. I thought the game plan was great, and I thought Arch looked like a young quarterback. I thought the national media prematurely crowned him. He had never started a road game. He looked like a young quarterback on the road yesterday. He wasn't very good. He missed throw. I mean, he had a really bad day, to be honest. I thought he was all over the place, and I just thought the Buckeye crowd willed them to a victory. Good win for Ohio State.
Okay, yeah. And why can't you DM me? My DMs are open. I'm at the Colby D, Viking Elder God. If you're probably going to our show account, where I could have swore that was open too, though.
It's open too.
Yeah. Because look, my thing is I'm going to try to remember, brother, but not the best at remembering shit. I had like I'm just not the best at that. But I'll try my best, man. But I mean, Arch Manning looked like dude, did you see
Looks like a young
similarities?
quarterback.
He looked like CJ Carr. To a certain, I think Carr looked a little bit better personally. But
I couldn't believe how many people were just running to bet Texas blindly yesterday.
yeah,
That was never the right side. They kind of got dominated in that game, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Ohio State's offense didn't do shit.
Yeah, they didn't do shit, but like I never felt like Texas was a threat to win the game.
There.
And I am so sick of everybody crowning Sarkisian.
Yeah, I've always
Sarkisian
thought
was awful yesterday.
Well, big game Sark to me is like
that
it should be mentioned in a similar vein as big game Cristobal.
Yeah.
I think like when I see these lists, I talked about this yesterday. I don't like the tag of like he's the best play caller in the sport.
How can he be the best play caller in the sport when he has the Heisman front runner and they have 0 points midway through the fourth quarter?
Well, that's just a lazy narrative, and he's been at 3 schools.
Yeah,
he's been at 3 schools that have won national championships in my life, and he's not responsible for any of them. So it's like, yes, does he got to go? I've said this before. I think it's more about Chris Del Conte, their AD, who's been awesome everywhere he's been, than it is Steve Sarkisian. Now, Sark did come in and you know the talent got better, but I think that was more of Del Conte, and he probably is a better football coach than Tom Herman. I'm not sitting here defending Tom Herman, even though I thought he didn't deserve to be fired that year. But I don't understand. Like big game Sark, go back and look at USC, Washington, and Texas, and show me he had a road win at Alabama when they were in the Big 12. That was a very impressive road win. Besides that, in big games, I mean, I guess you could say the Arizona State game, but they were heavy favorites, and they probably should have lost that game. So
yeah, they were a 14-point favorite against Arizona State, and they should have lost outright. So it's like they never overachieve at Texas with Sark.
Yeah. Sark heading back to Bama. Yeah, that's a question we'll answer in a second. But people who say they're idiots only watch P4 football. Yeah, that's. I think about like when someone says that, like I think it was Feldman on Fox Sports yesterday. He was like, he's the best play caller in the game, and I'm like, first off, how do you even measure that, right? And then I'm like, dude, are you just saying that because he was with Saban? Because like I don't understand. I would like for him to elaborate and explain to me, why like. And to our right's point, like, what about a guy like Troy Calhoun or something like that? Like, you're telling me he's not a great play caller? I mean, or like, like some of these other guys over the course of their careers that have been very good and very successful and not at blue bloods, like Washington, USC, and Texas, and have 0 real trophies to stand behind. Anyway, I don't know, but we'll see. Now, I am a little concerned about Ohio State's offense, but I do think it will develop as the season goes on.
Texas is good defensively too now.
That's true too. And Texas, and you're not, like Patty C said last night, you're not going to get Jeremiah Smith dropping 3 or 4 passes every game.
Yeah.
He had some drops yesterday, but
I know he was bad yesterday.
Next up, let's go to, shout out to the Pitt fans that came after you.
Oh, it was great. They were talking shit last night at the spot I was at. I was like, we're gonna fuck you up. You guys, you don't even know what's coming. Good win, you pussy cats, and we're gonna fuck you up in 2 weeks.
Oh, I can't wait. I mean, they came. Didn't they tweet you? What was the final score? This was like 70 to fucking.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they were out in full force last night at the spot I was at. They were talking shit. I go, we are gonna fuck you up. I said, here's my Twitter handle. It was a nice dust up. It was great.
Yeah. Well, I thought they tweeted you too, right?
They were tweeting at me too. Yeah. They put a Pitt beer bottle in my hand and said, "Let's go Pitt." I said, "Hey, that's nice." Yeah, when you end the season last year on 6 straight losses, you had time to cue that up.
61 to 9. Getting it done.
And bombs.
I told you about my guy, Cade Bell. And Bet Detective, your Dukes, just pathetic output. This game, man. I would have never bet Northwestern had I known that they pissed off Tulane. I honestly would never have bet this fucking game. I bet Northwestern money line. I had Northwestern in the points. And then after the game, Summerall talks about how they disrespected New Orleans, because it was 20-year Katrina anniversary. They wanted to wear their the uniforms they wore then, and Northwestern blocked it and said no. So dude, we were walking into a death trap. That shit, they could have played that game 100 times. I don't think Northwestern's gonna win that.
What's wrong with Northwestern?
Yeah, they're little pussies, man. That's the worst school. Yeah,
bitch ass institution.
Yeah, just and the irony is they put out like 70% of the sports journalists we hear on fucking ESPN.
Fucking.
And you wonder why ESPN's ESPN. Next up.
Hey, real quick, Preston Stone, 19 of 36, 4 interceptions. Ugh. I
mentioned this on the Northwestern preview here. I don't think he's that bad of a quarterback, but I do think Northwestern doesn't have any good wideouts. I do think Northwestern. I didn't understand why he went to Northwestern.
Me neither.
I mean, short of unless they outbid everybody else, which I guess is possible because they're in the Big Ten. But I thought he played solid over the past couple of years. I thought he should be a starting quarterback elsewhere, but I was like, you chose Northwestern? Bad weather, Lakeside. I mean, I love it, but I'm saying if you're a former 5-star recruit, you're trying to make the NFL. If I was his dad, I'd probably be like, I think you might want to go, say somewhere over here, shit, maybe Tulane, right?
Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Peter. That's a great comment.
I'm at a bar trying to watch and listen to me or to this wild girl bitching to me about her baby daddy.
Oh, that bitch.
Peter, this one's for you, brother. All right.
Cheers to you, brother. God bless.
That's hilarious.
It's a great comment.
Yeah, Bobby. Bobby. Shout out to Bobby Organ. South Carolina dominated. Yeah, and especially the second half. Next up, I mean, we cashed on this.
How about the bombs? Putting this in the Mac in the Box 7.
Dude, Florida Atlantic's fucking terrible. They're gonna be the worst team in the AAC this year, I think.
What a bad team.
We triple locked this. We laid the 14.5. And boom, the final score was ridiculous. I actually got concerned because they called off the dogs in the second half.
Yeah.
Right. So at halftime, Maryland was up 33-7, and I was like, "Oh, this is a wrap." But I still thought we might get to 60. They only scored 6 in the second half. But
you ready to bet Northern Illinois on Friday night?
Well, we got to get to them. Yeah, I mean, I think I still might do it though. But Florida Atlantic, I think, might be, and I'm curious. Remember, I got a lot of friction on the FAU preview.
They're fucking horrible. They're terrible. That defense is god awful.
I'm very curious to see how they go the rest of the way here. But shout out to the Terps for making us a bunch of cash, and then I ate a pile of shit here.
We both did. Honestly, this is one of the more impressive wins of the early window.
The third quarter was brutal, man.
Yeah.
At halftime, we're sitting there. It's 13-10. Mississippi State got a 3-point lead, and the third quarter. And I got to be honest, I was not very impressed with Braylon Braxton, who I have been before. He is working with a new offensive coordinator, but I thought that would be to his benefit. I don't know that was the case. He still didn't have a horrible game. 26 or 39, 199, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. But yeah, I mean,
I was impressed with Mississippi State.
I think that Arizona, after watching Arizona State last night too, which we'll get to, I think we got a game in Starkville.
Mississippi State's gonna. I picked it on the Mississippi State preview. I think Mississippi State's gonna beat them in Starkville. That place is gonna be on fire for Arizona State coming into town. Top 10 team. Oof.
And how about Mississippi State's kicker made like a 57-yarder or something in the first half? I was like, God damn, man! It was someone that had Southern Miss. I thought we'd be able to cover this thing. I did take the money line too.
Well, I thought Chapin looked good.
I'm not going to panic about our Southern Miss Sunbelt bet yet, though.
Yeah,
some people hit me up, and
Yeah.
it's not comparable to San Jose State. I think some people were throwing me in the same vein of like, hey, you also love San Jose State. San Jose State, I'm legit worried about. Southern Miss, I think, okay, dude, they lost to an SEC team.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not worried about Southern Miss at all. They lost to an SEC team who I think is better. And I said this on the Mississippi State preview. I think Mississippi State is better than what everybody's giving them credit for.
Yeah.
And as long as Shapen's healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the offense, Fluff Bothwell played well, man. Former South Alabama running back that we cut. I think we were pretty early to the game on him being a beast. Next up, this was one of the best fucking games. Endings, at least.
This game is hilarious.
Oh boy. Kent State 21, Merrimack 17. Merrimack took a lead with like 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left, whatever it was, somewhere around there. And I mean, they had a strip sack, and they drive all the way down there, take the lead. And by the way, I took Merrimack +7, so I cashed on this shit. But they kicked deep to what was my guy's name again? It was
he ran that shit
DeRealis Clark. DeRealis Clark. Yeah. It was at the 5-minute mark, actually. So there you go. He took the kickback, 95 yards or something. And that won him the game. Merrimack actually got to like midfield-ish.
Yeah.
And were threatening. But, man, Kent State needed that because coming up, it is murder's row, especially with how Florida State looks. Texas Tech, Florida State, Oklahoma on deck.
I just thought it was hilarious that you were doing Kent State preview 90 minutes before their kickoff of the first game.
That was great. We got it in, man. We promised we'll get you 136. We got in the 136, by the way. Yeah, shout out to in the chat. You guys really got me on this FCS. FCS football is awesome.
It's the best. It's
it
great.
really is. There and look, honestly, like we're not gonna react to all those games, like the FCS on FCS games right now. But god damn, there were some fire games. Dude, I know Weehawk is sick.
Yeah.
Western Carolina, I bet Western Carolina. We were up 35-7 to Gardner Webb and lost. It was like fucking the 92 Oilers Oilers.
The only thing I have my bone to pick with the FCS is that their schedule sucks. They don't
playing at the same time, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do a good enough job going out of their way to get standalone games because if they put it on TV, people would fall in love with it right away.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I did eat shit here, man. Oh no, I didn't. This is not chronologically.
Purdue.
I didn't bet this game. Shout out to Ball State though. Nice. Their fans came for us on their preview. Now, there's no shame in losing to Purdue. They spend a lot more money than you on football. But
score a point, you pricks.
Yeah. Shout out to Barry Odom, man. Barry Odom and Purdue look good, man. Ryan Brown, they look good, man. So
I agree.
This game, I did cash on this. And this is one that I would not have bet had it not been for me going to Circa in June. When I was in June, I was like, I want some action. I'm very lucky because I got very scared of this game down the stretch. I thought everyone's on this, but I cashed on a $50 bet back in June on Toledo +10, I think it was. But this game was a backdoor, man. Yeah. Where you at? I mean, look, where you at with both these teams? Because Kentucky and Stoops, it's not like they look. Kentucky fans were bitching. And this is what's hilarious is like they beat a good team, but they were not happy with the win.
Shit. Do you see the rest of the MAC Kentucky fans? Just be glad you got out of there with the fucking you're alive. I mean, all the other MAC teams were winning, and Toledo's the best out of all of them. I thought Kentucky was okay. They did enough to win the game. I thought they looked impressive for about 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter they kind of went through the motions. But I'm interested. Can Toledo run the table now going forward? Because that's what we thought on the preview.
I don't think so because
I think the MAC's still good.
That's what I'm about to say. Like some of the other teams that you think.
Yeah,
I don't think
good.
so. I think we're gonna eat shit on that. We're gonna eat shit on
Kentucky Ole Miss next week.
Yeah, And
Watch
hey,
out, Wayne. Watch out, Wayne.
Stoops has a history of messing with them. Even the year prior, everyone remembers last year. They played, I think it was the year they had Levis. And Kentucky should have beat them. I believe they missed the game-winning field goal. So will be interesting to watch.
Yep.
This game, I know Patty C talked about this one yesterday because I don't know what the fuck happened. It was like,
how do you lose 66?
Dude, and dude, let me tell you about Chestnut Bill. He knows the computers. He ran this shit up, man. At halftime, a minute before half, this was a 14-3 game. At halftime, it was 21-3. I mean, this thing came out of nowhere. 66-10. Boston College rolls. I don't know what to make of it. I know Fordham's not that good. The Tim DeMorat days are long gone. Look, the floor is yours here on this. West Virginia 45, Robert Morris 3. It was 10-3 at halftime. I purposely did not text you for just wanted you to make it through life that day. But opened it up in the second half. What'd you think of everything?
So if you dive into the box score, they had 4 fumbles in the first half. That's why it was 10-3. They ended up having over 600 yards of offense. So that
and held Robert Morris to 123.
Yeah,
how the hell they get?
I was like watching. I'm like, oh my god, are we gonna keep fumbling? I just see Rich Rod. I thought he was gonna have a goddamn heart attack on the sideline every time we kept fumbling. It was great. I'm worried about next Saturday. I've already tweeted that multiple times. We got to go to Ohio. Navarro's really good. But hey, man, it was just good to see Rich Rod back on the sidelines in Morgantown. It felt right. Home is home, baby.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. With you.
We got a hell of a test here on Saturday in Athens, man.
Oh, well, I don't like it for you. The game before the brawl. I don't like it. Next up, how about this? And someone, hey, I know I got some UConn fans out that have been inviting me to UConn games, and I haven't taken you up on it. But shout out to your fan turnout. This was my number one lock last year on the win totals. Was over 3.5 or 4.5, whatever it was, and they won 8. And this program's rolling 59-13. This place was packed. The rent was packed, and I want some clarity. This is the only game I could not find because they said it was on Husky Plus because they're independent.
What is that?
Someone enlighten me on how the fuck to watch Husky Plus. Is this going to be an issue for me all year? Or is it just because it was a local game against Central Connecticut State? But hey, CCS was a FCS playoff team a year ago.
Yep.
The 59-13. Woo! And dude, Central Connecticut went up 7-0. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, we might have a live one going on. But 59-13, Jim Moore doing a hell of a good job. Friend of the program. I didn't get any eyes on this, though, so I can't really say anything, but nice win.
Mora's doing a good job. That's my analysis, man. He's a good coach.
York in there saying Skylar Bell. Yeah, I shared a couple of his highlights, man. He's a baller. Husky Plus sounds like a porn site. Yeah, let's go. Next up, man, cash, easy money.
Never in doubt.
Easy money. And by the way, we got UConn right. We didn't bet it, but we got UConn right. How about that 7-0 play when Colton Joseph had a 75-yard rushing touchdown, the first play of the fucking game. I think I even gave that out. I forget what show I was on. At this point in the year, I'm so glad the season started because you do like so many fucking shows. I was like, you're doing guest spots. And I'm like, where did I say that? I was looking for it to try to clip it. Because I was like, Colton Joseph, play him in DFS. He's a beast, right? And you
got that cloud brain.
Oh, I'm just like, I don't remember what fucking show I said it on. But Indiana did not cover. It was 27-14. I thought Indiana still responded well.
He's a good coach.
Yeah, responded well considering that. And look, dude, Colton Joseph had a 78-yard rushing touchdown later in the game. Dude could play.
Yep. ODU's going to be a pain in the ass in the Sun Belt now.
Well, let me tell you that Sun Belt group. Yeah, that Sun Belt East with JMU, and then I was super impressed with App State.
Yep. Yeah.
You got these three at the top that I think are gonna look pretty good, and who knows with Southern. But yeah, and shout out to Indiana. They responded well after getting a punch right to the face out the gate.
Agree.
This one I cashed the over. Louisville caught off the dogs too. Jeff Brown showing some class. 51-17 is the final. The 56 and a half was the total, and I thought Louisville was gonna get to over 56 by themselves. Well, they caught off the dogs. They were up 41-7 at halftime. So that's how it works, though.
I can't wait for Friday night. JMU, Louisville, let's go, baby.
And what's crazy, we were just talking about that before the show, before we went live, folks. That line has come down 3 points in the past 24 hours. 3 points. Like to JMU's, like it was. JMU's I saw 17, so like to JMU side. That's interesting to me. Yeah, shout out to Brom. I don't want to look too far into the stats, everything on that one. Next up, we got to talk about this one, man, because the Mac almost had a boo-boo. Fucking Holy Cross. So this game was 6-3 at halftime.
Yep.
NIU had the lead, but Holy Cross scored a touchdown in the fourth. This was a fun watch. To go up 10-6, and I was thinking, oh shit. Then NIU answers. And then they kick deep, and we had a real kick return. Shout out to the real kick return because Holy Cross takes it all the way back for a score. I know the chat was talking about Holy Cross and the FCS taking on New Hampshire this week. That should be a good job, and Dan Curran's doing a good job because Holy Cross smart with the hires, man. Because they lose Chesney, they go out and get Dan Curran. Man, NIU got really lucky on this one. Really fucking lucky to get this dub. This was, I don't want to say all the way luck. They won the game. Credit to them. I'm just saying to survive it, because this was anybody's game for a while there. Yeah. And as
hey, it's a blessing in disguise because we're gonna bet the shit out of Northern Illinois on Friday.
Yeah, and as Toal is saying here, if Holy Cross can execute a hold and a snap on field goal attempts, they win. Amen.
Yep.
Yeah. Next up, wow.
Dude, this team's winning the national championship.
Wow.
How good are they right now?
We ate shit on this one here.
I'm done.
I think all of us took South Dakota. Wow. 55-7. And look, out the gate, Rocco Beck had a touchdown on like the first drive, but South Dakota answers right back, right? Like right back. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a good game. This is going to be a good fucking game.
Same.
Yeah. Shout out to Chops. Yeah. In the chat there, youtube.com/the college experience. Iowa State looks pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good.
They look really good. Big one Saturday though.
Oh yeah, Cyhawk.
If they go in and they beat the shit out of Iowa, then it's like this Iowa State team's a real freaking deal.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be a hard game because Campbell has historically struggled with Ferentz.
Yeah. Those are fun games, though. I love
watching. They're the best. I hate that it's big noon kickoff. Why can't that game be a primetime game for once?
Yeah, it should be. Idiots running the sport. Look, New Hampshire got a good win over NC Central, says Tool. I bet New Hampshire. Hope you followed me on the picks page there when that line dropped. And cash there. Marshall and Georgia played. We knew. Look, I actually laid it here. I didn't really bet this, but I laid it and it hit. Well,
it did.
Well, no, not on this one, but on Tally site or whatever. I didn't bet this fucking game, but I'm saying on what we track our picks with.
Yeah.
The line was I guess it was 36 maybe or 37. I don't remember what it was. I didn't actually bet this fucking game.
It closed at 40.
Yeah. So they actually covered then. Yeah,
I took Marshall and they covered.
Which keeps that trend going. Did you actually bet it though? I didn't bet this.
No. Because I thought Georgia may fuck them up, and they did fuck them up, but I didn't know if they would run it up for once since they were pissed off last year. So no analysis.
Yeah, I don't know what to deduce from this. Marshall's breaking in so many new players. It's like a preseason game. No, but I did cash here.
Here you go, baby. Easy, baby. Nevada.
I had 44.5 too. I knew this, and I was on fucking live TV giving this one out. They couldn't believe I gave this out. I was on Sports Grid. They're like, give me some of your best locks. I was like, and I was just rattling them off. And I was like, Nevada plus 44.5. They're like, no, don't touch this game. And then they asked me the question, can they get over their team total of, I forget what it was. Maybe it was 6, maybe. I said, take the team total over. They're going to get a score.
They played hard. Hey, that nice cover for us. And shout out to that one jackass that keeps tweeting at me. Pronounced Nevada, jack fuck.
Yeah, that guy's a moron. Next up, Bucknell Air Force. Air Force rolled. Didn't touch this game, but I do believe I got this correct. 49-13. Air Force looked good. I mean, Air Force. Let's be honest. We thought Boise, San Jose, UNLV. Air Force has value. All right. Air Force has value. New Mexico has value. Utah State has value. Maybe even San Diego State.
All these really good coaches, man. I'm telling you, Boise is not going to walk away with this Mountain West. Like, there's too many good.
I think everyone else agrees with you now.
Yeah,
I would say earlier they'd be like, no. After watching on Thursday, like, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Troy Calhoun and the Falcons. And then let's get to this one. Alabama in Doak Campbell Stadium. They stormed the field like you should. Great fucking scene. Shout out to Tallahassee. And shout out to all those people. And they've had some tough years, man. They had remember that Jacksonville State game winner?
Yeah.
We were watching in Vegas. And then you had the book, the fans reading the fucking novels and shit. And I'll be honest, historically, I hate Florida State. Like, historically. Because I thought Bobby Bowden would be a dickhead running it up on teams unnecessarily. But yesterday, I had Alabama. I bet the shit out of Alabama. I lost my ass on this game. I also have Alabama in my national championship, and I'm very terrified. Yeah, honestly, if I'm Kalen DeBoer, he needs to hire like a fucking what do the old Roman gods did? They had like some dude to just eat the food and drinks before him.
Yeah.
Make sure it wasn't poison, because you know how these crazy motherfuckers in Tuscaloosa will be. You know what I mean? Like, he can't order out. He better be making his shit at home with his wife. And even he's got to make sure they didn't get to his wife. All right. I'm telling you, man, good Lord. He has no idea what is coming his way. I'm telling you, don't order out. You might get a razor blade in your sandwich or some shit. You know what I mean? Like you they poisoned those trees out at Auburn. You are on. This is why I thought, look, and we shouldn't panic. They can still make the playoffs, but we should panic also because he's lost 4 times as a double-digit dog, and they got their ass whooped on the line of scrimmage, in my opinion.
Again,
right?
Again. Like Vandy, like Oklahoma.
And man, I thought he was crazy to take the gig. Now, I know some people say, I've gotten into arguments over this because they're like, dude, this Ala fucking Bama. Bear Bryant, Gene Stallings, Nick Saban, they all won natties, right? And I'm like, okay, but do you want to follow Nick Saban in this era? In this era where we know the game is there's much more level playing field for everybody. You're just asking to get fired. Now, of course, they're paying you a shit ton of money, so maybe you want to take that. But like, it's Alabama, man. If you got kids, they got to go to school. I would keep my family in fucking Seattle if I was him. I'd be like, honey, I'm going to work. I'll commute back on the off season. I'll go back and forth on weekends. Man, this was a dominating performance, and I must admit, because remember when we previewed Florida State. Now, I did not have this as a win, but I definitely said they have one of the kindest ACC schedules.
Yeah.
So I do believe
they may fuck around and get to the ACC title.
I like it, man. You look at this. So, folks, if you forgot, their next 2 games are absolutely ridiculous. Texas A&M Commerce and Kent State. Okay. Those are 2.
3-0.
Yeah.
And they got Virginia.
Which looked good, by the way. Virginia did look good. That's a little sneaky. But then you're home to Miami, home to Pitt, who are some of the harder opponents on the schedule. At Stanford, home to Wake, then at Clemson. But once again, they haven't lost yet, or maybe they lose to Miami, but it's in Tallahassee. Then home to Virginia Tech, at the Pussy Pack, and at Florida. But they can lose to Florida because all they have to do is get to the ACC championship.
Yeah,
I mean, How impressed were you? Like, I didn't see this one coming. I thought I could see there being a close game, even though I laid the number, but I didn't see them just bitching them.
Agree. And I mean, by the way, another first half money line hit for me. Taking Florida State plus 330 after Idaho State. We're on a roll with these first half money lines, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Moneyline Mac, he said that on the show.
But I'm surprised that they were able to sustain the line of scrimmage. I thought they were going to come out firing, throw the kitchen sink at Alabama because they were coming off a bad year. But this wasn't a fluke. They like you said, they bitched them. I mean, they just beat their ass on the line of scrimmage. And I thought Ty Simpson wasn't very good either.
Yeah, his numbers are actually better than my memory of. He was 22 of 40 or 23 of 43, 254, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He also though had, he had some mobility, but buddy, this is interesting because they played Georgia in 3 weeks.
Yeah, they better get that shit fucking tightened up. If they can't stop Florida State on the ground, how are they going to stop Georgia?
I don't know, man. If he loses to Georgia, that plays my brain fucking down. I
know, and I like the board too.
I do too. But I don't know, man.
That shit yesterday, I thought Florida State would compete just because it's a proud program coming off a horrible year. I did not think Alabama, when they were down at the half, would just completely quit in the second half. That was head scratching and concerning.
Well, they just got punched in the mouth. That's
it's come on, is it this Alabama?
Yeah, crazy times. I don't know. My national champ, but I lost.
Shit, I had Alabama
week 1, and my national champ is out.
I had him as a runner-up to Penn State. Shit, I don't know if they're going to make the playoff.
Next up, actually, before we get to that, I want to let you know the college football experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million in first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best ball is the best way to play fantasy football, folks. Underdog also has a great place to play Pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times the amount of money you enter. And Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by NoVig. All right, NoVig. NoVig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since NoVig is an exchange, you're getting some of the best prices in the market. NoVig is available in 35 different states. Download the NoVig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with NoVig promo code SGPN. All right, next up. Oh, we should talk about this.
How about Casey Keeler?
Temple, UMass, Temple 42, UMass 10. And, look, UMass went up 7-0 too on the first drive.
Yeah.
And then the adjustments were made. I'm telling you, man, Temple and we cashed. I bet this, Temple hits, and this was a triple lock, I think, right? Was this triple lock?
Yeah. Oklahoma better watch out when they got to play Temple.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Oklahoma did not look. I'm just saying they must have kept it vanilla on purpose. They did not look super impressive to me. But I think Temple is a player in the AAC. Now, I don't know that they'll be in the championship, but I just think they'll be a bowl team this year, and they will be a tough out every single game.
He can coach. Flat out, that Keeler can coach.
I like the Brian Smith hire, defensive coordinator. They put together. They put together a great staff, and I think they're going to figure some things out. So excited! They whooped their ass on the road there at the McGurk. Triple lock. Then I ate shit on this. Oh my god! Actually, we got to talk about this some.
They look like shit.
This was a 7-7 game at halftime. Shout out to the Maine Black Bears, by the way. And they had their chances. Like Carter Peavy played well for Maine. I watched this whole game, and he played all right. He had moments where he looked good. I think his percentage was pretty shitty, but I'm concerned. I have Liberty to win the COSA. I have Liberty over, was it 8.5 wins or 9.5 wins, whatever it was. what the fuck's happening? Like, you spend way more. Like, what the hell is happening there? They pulled away late. They scored 21 in the fourth. I was expecting dominance. I know Maine's a solid FCS. So, I mean, okay. But still, kind of expecting. Eric in the chat. I'm with you, brother. I laid that 25.5. I thought the shit would be like 45-10. They play a conference game this week against Jacksonville State at Jacksonville State, I think, if memory serves me correct. If you play like this, you might lose that game.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And then Montana. Yeah, they did. I mean, Montana State was replacing a lot. We still took the points, but I mean, we didn't bet this, but yeah. And the jackass on YouTube that was getting in there saying, "You guys, we just pick every game." I didn't mean I'm throwing fucking money on this shit.
I love when they pick like a random game. You fucking jackass! Like, cheers. Thanks for tuning in.
Tagging me on this shit. I'm like, dude. Okay, we said give me the 28 because Oregon might call off the dogs. I don't know what pick every game. Yeah, Oregon look good. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what Montana State's got a big one this week in the FCS. South Dakota State coming to town, and South Dakota State looked good against Sac State. I lost money. I took Sac State plus the points. But yeah, that was not surprising. That was just. I thought that was always on the table. So
yeah,
yeah.
Speaking of
Alabama A&M, Sam Shade, my guy. Look, they covered. Yeah. I picked this correct on Tally site and handicapped this correct on this website, but or this show. But there was a Noah was tweeting this. Shout out to the great Noah Beanick, where they kick the ball. Arkansas scores and kicks the ball deliberately at. I don't think he meant to, but I would like clarity on that. But they basically like had their kicker peg the kick at the front row of Alabama A&M, and it blast off his fucking like shoulder pad / helmet all the way back to the Arkansas, like where everyone's coming. The kicker actually catches it in the air and then starts running. You couldn't do that, but it was an interesting thing. And Beanick was saying, like, I'm surprised more teams don't do that. That is an interesting angle. Is just get But eventually, wouldn't your team just start to play dodgeball here and just be like, oh, they're gonna peg us with the ball here?
Yeah,
I don't think it will work. Beanick,
I don't think it.
Maybe surprise though. If you're surprising it, but once the cat's out of the bag, I don't think it'll work.
Beanick's always trying to scheme something up over there. That old Beanick.
I'm not putting anything into this game. I mean, whatever. Next up, this game I'm not putting much in either. I will say that it took Iowa a little while to wake up.
Yeah.
Can't
wait for Cy-Hawk.
I actually think Albany, if anything I'm taking away from this game, and this game, is I think Alabama A&M will probably get. I think they are better. What was that question? How did I cover? What was it? Go back. How did you cover? Because the line was 46.5. You get my point?
Yeah. Beanick's in the chat.
53 to 52.
2 minus 45. Beanick's defending his squib kick.
Yeah. And this is only on Tally site. I didn't bet this. I might even got 47.5. But hold on, what were dude? There's value in A&M. I think A&M's undervalued in the FCS in the SWAC. Keep a note of that. Keep a note of Albany being better than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
All right. I think they're better than what I thought they would be. Then you had JMU Weber State. Patty C was bringing this up. JMU rolled them. I mean, they were up 28-7 at halftime.
I love how Pat always has like a drunk game that he like is so dialed in on. This time it's his alma mater.
Yeah, we got Beanick in the chat here. There we go.
Beanick's in the house.
Our boy. Shout out to the great Noah Beanick.
College hoops, 2 months away, baby.
Let's go. JMU 45, Weber State 10. Dominance. I don't know. Weber State lost the shit ton of the portal, so I did pick this game incorrectly, but yeah, no bet. But I did bet this.
How about easy the Wahoos?
Easy money. All over this one. Laying the 11.5 against Coastal Carolina. 48-7 was the final. Coastal Carolina, dude. Tim Beck. I'm curious. I gotta hop in the message boards over at Coastal and see what's going on. I go to the ECU game in 2 weeks down there in Conway, and I think just right now, you let Tim Beck, the wrong Tim Beck, which you should consider hiring the real Tim Beck first off. Wouldn't that be great if they fired him and hired another Tim Beck?
Hey,
OC at Vanderbilt,
Coastal Carolina hires Tim Beck, hires
Tim Beck. That multiplicity here.
Yeah.
But they should consider hiring Biff Poggi because it's just on brand. Or Ed Orgeron said he wants to get back into college football. This is perfect. He's a beach guy.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Know your identity.
Lean
know
into it, man.
your identity.
Yeah, Biff Poggi would be great there.
Oh man. Then we got but Virginia. Hold on, I want to talk, I guess, a little bit about Virginia because
They look good, man.
They did, and I want confirmation on Chandler Morris because he did go to the tent. I got to do a deep dive on that this week. Shout out to Coastal Carolina's 1 for 14 on third downs. That is not going to win you many games.
No. And Virginia NC State next week is a huge game.
I like these Wahoos. Well, I need to know that Morris is healthy though.
It's a non-con game because the ACC. Let's schedule a non-con conference game.
Yeah, that is a stupid game. Yeah, we cashed on that. Easy money. Illinois State, Oklahoma. We kind of touched on this a second ago.
Boomer
Oklahoma 35, Illinois State 3. So I was asked this on VSiN or Sports Grid, I forget which one, and they asked me like, should we panic with Oklahoma? And I said maybe. There's also the fact because I watched this game, had it on one of the screens here. They might have kept it vanilla for Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some panic, I think, at the end of the first quarter when Oklahoma barely scored. And by the way, these fucking refs.
Terrible.
Oklahoma had a 50-yard completion. It was an amazing catch by the Purdue transfer wideout. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. And
Purdue transfer, which one?
Is it Burke? Burke, I think it is. Yeah, which one, right? But they it was one of the best catches of the day, probably, if it was a catch. I was surprised they didn't look at it though. It was like on 3rd down and 10 too. So it was like just a huge moment for Illinois State to potentially get the ball back. Intrigued to see how the Michigan game plays out this week, but Morgan State, South Alabama. Shout out to someone did DM me on this that Morgan State covered and that I should not blast the Morgan State Bears. I didn't lock South Alabama. I just quickly went past it, and I apologize. You know, I love Morgan State. I've actually been to their basketball games before. So,
country.
Yes. Shout out to the Bears for covering, and shout out to South Alabama for getting that first win. This was ridiculous. I did not think this would happen. Did you see this? I didn't watch any of this, by the way.
55 to what? 3?
6.
Ugh.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable here. Okay. I mean, by the way, you want to know a sneaky game next week, but that I'm just going to tell you right now, because we haven't done our pick show until Wednesday. Might want to bet Toledo as they host Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
But I mean, not if they're scoring 66 or whatever it is, 55, whatever the fuck it was. Mm-hmm. Tops. They look like the best. They look better than Liberty. They're the number 1 team in the CUSA right now.
Death taxes in Helton, baby. All he does is win there.
How about my fucking Long Island Sharks?
They covered. No, they didn't.
They did not.
I thought they covered. I thought it was 45-0, 55-0. What a stupid game.
It was a stupid game. And I had, you guys understand I had to take Long Island because it's shtick. All right.
It's the brand.
It's fucking shtick. So, I had to, I was trapped into that.
All I know is we're hard-working, tax-paying people like you, and we don't take shit from nobody. You got that, asshole?
Unbelievable. Florida. Now we find out. You got your shitty game out of the way. South Florida on deck, then Miami and LSU and all these. So just buckle up, Gator fans. All right.
Yep.
Matt, no, Western Kentucky beat Sam Houston State in week 1. Beat them convincingly too.
Yeah. Western Kentucky's look good. Western Kentucky's look really good.
Then this game, the Nazis were taking on Troy. Nichols Nazis here. Dude.
Misleading final score.
Very misleading final score.
Yeah.
But I covered on this. Nichols was live to win this thing. They had the lead.
At half.
Well, no, they had the lead even what? They had the lead
at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like
Troy scored 28 points in the fourth quarter.
They needed to dress that thing up.
Yeah.
Right?
38. Yeah. They were down 17-10 or 17-10 to start the fourth. Parker needed that shit. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he needed that because they were sweating. They were sweating, man.
I was like, good Lord.
Deuce Hogan had a critical interception, man. Like they were driving again to go back up at like the Troy 40. And he runs and he just trying to be Randall Cunningham. He can't be Randall Cunningham. He's Deuce Hogan.
Yeah.
Next up, Charleston Southern. Shout out to you, your fucking little wannabe Johnny Depp logo. He got pissed on. All right, this is what happens when you schedule Piss and Pavia. Vanderbilt rolled, of course, 45-3. Pavia went for 270, 20 of 25, 275. No big deal. No big deal for a guy. And look, and I know some people say Dundee, they're playing FCS Charleston Southern. Hey, well, dude, Diego Pavia was a D2 quarterback.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's got that chip on his shoulder. Fucking Charleston Southern didn't recruit me. Piles of shit. You fucking piles of shit. I'll piss on you. Piss on your wives. Right? I'll piss on everybody. All right. Vandy did cover. Yes. Even though we did not bet that. So yeah. Next up, this was brutal.
What a backdoor cover by UTSA.
I actually went in on A&M too late. I mean,
me too.
You guys don't know. I never gave this on the show, but I bet A&M. I was thinking, they're going to get them. UTSA scores with UTSA in the first half was actually very impressive, but then A&M's, just got to them.
Big body.
Down the stretch, man. A&M but UTSA with a late score, very late backdoor cover score here, kind of brutal. But shout out. My UTSA playoff pick still looking good. I knew this was a terrible spot for them.
They were never going to win this game. This is a bad matchup.
Yeah, just really bad, especially game 1.
Yeah.
So, next up, I was surprised here. SEMO kind of got rolled by Arkansas State, and Arkansas State goes into Fayetteville for the first time ever this Saturday.
No, not Fayetteville.
Little Rock.
Little Rock. Yeah.
War Memorial. I love that stadium. Yeah, shout out to Butch Jones. Maybe they're a little bit better than we realized.
Yep.
How about this? I mean,
how about them governors, baby?
If you listen to us, this was a money line play. Not only did we take the points, we also played the fucking money line on these govs. I'll be honest, I thought they might be able to win 21-20, 17-16.
They fuck him up.
Woo! 34-14. How is life without Rick Stockstill, Blue Raider fans? Unbelievable. The amount of just what a horrible fucking loss for Derek Mason. What a horrible loss for that
their
program.
Ass kicked. It wasn't even
whole game.
I was like, what the hell is this game?
And how lucky is Wisconsin that they get Middle Tennessee next?
I know.
Because without their quarterback, you're thinking, man, you put anybody just like if Wisconsin was playing Temple, I would take Temple next week. Like I'd Temple in the points, but Middle Tennessee is terrible.
Horrible.
They might be the worst
outside
FBS
of
team.
Kent.
But Kent won.
Yeah, but they played Merrimack.
I know. But still, I mean,
the Govs whipped their ass. So what? 20-point win? What?
I watched this whole. I mean, not the whole. 75% of this game.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got a lot of tweets on that game from some old friends. They were fired up, man. The old Govs were out there in full force in Murfreesboro. Shout out to the Govs.
Hell yeah. Eric C. Do I think Wisconsin covers? Yeah, I probably do. I think Middle Tennessee's that bad. They were that bad.
Yeah.
I think that line's like 27, something like that.
A lot of points was a shit ass team, but yeah, probably.
I lost a lot of money on this game right here.
What the fuck is wrong with Kansas State? Oh my God.
Avery Johnson ain't it, man.
No.
I wonder about the locker room. And that's crazy because K-State normally thrives on having a locker room that's together.
Yeah. They're a culture program, and they don't have the culture right now.
They got fortunate, man. They got very fortunate to win this game because you go back and look at that fourth down that pass. I think you play that back again, that receiver catches that.
Yeah. They were I mean, I guess they at least won. I guess if you want to silver lining on
survive in advance. If you want to use the Valvano approach there, survive in advance. But man, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, you and I are big fans of this program. I haven't seen K-State make as many mental mistakes and mistakes on special teams, penalties that I have over the last 2 weeks. They're undisciplined right now. That's not K-State football.
Yeah. Well, Avery Johnson just throws so many stupid passes. There was if folks did not see the touchdown that he threw in this game, Kansas State shouldn't even have been in a winning position.
Mm-hmm.
He throws across his body, like a 40-yard pass into the end zone, and the safety is right there, and it hits right off the safety's hands. It's clearly underthrown.
Yeah.
Any other time that's an interception, but it bounces right off the safety's hands to the receiver in the fucking back of the end zone. All right, they got Army this week, man. They got Army this week.
They're lucky Army's going through a transition. Because if it was Army last year would beat K-State right now.
Yeah. And something I want to admit, Eric Schmidt, the head coach at North Dakota now, taking over for Bubber Schwiegert. I think North Dakota, if they play like they played the rest of Saturday, the rest of the season, I think we might have our North Dakota State was super impressive against the Citadel. Tarleton State was impressive both weeks. I think North Dakota right in that same vein up there at the top of the FCS.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive. We had this game. Obviously, the bad pick. Shout out to the Jackrabbits for losing everybody to Washington State and still sticking it to Jaden Rashada. Looked like shit. I watched this game. Looked like absolute shit. I cashed on this. I told you guys on the pregame show. We finally got the line for this. It was 52. I remember what the odds maker told me in my DMs. He had it set at 65.5. I laid 52 points and fucking cashed with the Red Raiders right here. That might be the only time in my life I've ever laid in the 50s and bet it and actually hit it. Surprised with this, man.
La Tech looked good.
They did look good. And I didn't watch that much of this one, just a little bit. 24-0. They beat their rivals, the Lions there. We'll see. They go to Clemson this week. I'm sorry, they go to LSU this week. So, yeah. I didn't watch enough to really. They're going to lose this weekend, but yeah. Let's talk about this one though. UTEP, Utah State.
All these people want to take UTEP all week.
I took Utah State. You took Utah State.
Bet against our guy Bronco Mendenhall, baby. Let's go.
28-16. And Malachi Nelson did get the start, the former 5-star. You got the start for UTEP. And look, Utah State, the pig farmer outshined a 5-star. Let's talk about this. Malachi Nelson, 5-star recruit, number 1 recruit in the nation, I think, for a quarterback one year. 22 of 34, a $178, a touchdown, and a pick. The pig farmer, 0-star recruit, 19 of 28, 233, 1 touchdown. And then the pig farmer on the ground,
30 yards.
Yeah, let's go.
And a TD. Let's go, baby. I'm telling you, Utah State's a player in that Mountain West. Everybody's sleeping on him.
They got at A&M this week, though. We're not sleeping on them there.
Yeah, we'll sleep. We'll sleep there.
But I am very excited. He is going to make that program nasty.
Yeah,
and
they one game they already looked light years better. I was like, holy shit, fucking Mendenhall can coach.
We took the over on them. That was the easy one. That was the easy one. Yeah.
I mean,
watch the pig farmer get injured and go fucking 2-10. But
if he's healthy, I like the fit there.
Yeah. I'm like Utah. I want Utah to be good so bad. Sun Bowl we're on the same page, brother. Yeah. Pig farmers are people you can trust. Amen.
Amen, John.
Next up, I cashed on this. Easy cash.
Double lock for us.
Yes, easy fucking cash. And I'll tell you something. While you're sitting over there crowning Utah State, which I'm on board with your Utah State angle, but I think New Mexico is a player in the fucking conference.
That's a good coach.
And I'll be honest, in 2 weeks they play UCLA, and the UCLA I saw last night, you better play better, because I'm telling you this, New Mexico is live. If you play if UCLA plays like they played last night, New Mexico is live in Pasadena. They are fucking live in Pasadena in 2 weeks. We cashed this easy. Dude, I can't believe
35.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
Disrespectful. Yeah.
Dude, X a hell of a coach, man.
Yeah, he is. The best case scenario here for them is that Bickle comes back because of the Billy Edwards injury next year, and then Eck gets 2 years in Albuquerque before they hire him. But I want him to stay in Albuquerque. All right.
What'd you think of Underwood last night? I thought he was okay.
I thought he had moments where you could see the true potential. Moments. Yeah. Patty C didn't like how long he held onto the ball. He was like, he's holding onto the ball a little too long. But I was like, man, it's his first start.
He's young.
Yeah. So I thought he did pretty well.
He's talented, but I walked away with the same thing where Underwood's going to be really good, but I was impressed with New Mexico's toughness and chippiness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. New Mexico's going to be a hard problem for everybody in the Mountain West.
Oh yeah.
Next up, we had this game, which was fantastic. LSU Clemson. I took LSU in the points. I did not take the money line. I should have, but Brian Kelly and his family finally. You took LSU with me, right?
Yeah, I locked LSU and I bet it on the money line.
Yeah,
gave it out on Visa and everywhere. So
nice. I didn't take the money line. So you one up me here.
No, Spire.
Yeah.
LSU can win it all.
I have my concerns about Clemson.
Me too.
Moving forward, they have a stretch. They play at Georgia Tech in 2 weeks. Now Georgia Tech didn't look as good as I thought they would, but still, at Georgia Tech is when they're a top 10 team coming in under Brent Key, ranked teams struggle against Georgia Tech. Then they got at Chapel Bill, which we'll find out tomorrow. I'm going to that game. But they have a stretch, Mac, where they have 4 games in a row here of SMU, Duke, Florida State, and Louisville.
Yeah.
They're bound to get caught at one of those, right?
I mean, we talked about it. We like Clemson. I love Dabo. You love Dabo. We're fans of his. But they weren't as good as everybody made them out to be last year. They lost 3 games, and they should have lost a couple more. They should have lost at Pitt.
They also benefited from having the conference championship game in Charlotte. That was an away game for SMU.
Home game for Clemson. Yeah. They should have lost at Pitt. They got blown out by Louisville at home in prime time. The hype for Clemson going into the year went a little far. Now, with that said, I still think Dabo, like he always does, will rally the troops. I think they will have a shot to win the ACC. But this whole narrative that they're a top 5 team, I'm like, I don't really see it. And I don't think Klubnik's that good.
I don't even know, though. I think the ACC is kind of open. Shout out to Jeff in the chat. Come on, Colby. Georgia Tech wins the ACC. I'm rooting for that. I love Haynes King. I love Brent Key. Do you feel confident saying Clemson's going to go into Atlanta in 12 days and beat Georgia Tech? I don't.
No. I mean, I'm going to take the points. I think in the end, Dabo will win, like he always does. But I think it'll be a war, just like it was last year. everybody was acting like they're just going to walk through the ACC, and I'm like, I don't see that. Yeah,
it's a tough ACC schedule too. Like this one, not everybody. There's some easy ones, but I'm like, you're talking Georgia Tech, you're talking North Carolina, you're talking SMU, Duke, Florida State, Louisville. They still got to play at South Carolina, Williams-Brice, by the way. But also, how about like even the two shitty opponents, Syracuse and Boston College, historically, give them trouble.
I know.
Like I know Clemson normally always wins those games, but it's normally like for some reason those games are closer than you think. So yeah, we cashed on LSU. It was a good Saturday for us. How about this game? Missouri State. How do you like the FBS?
Ugh.
What was the final score of this?
73-13.
I turned it off. I turned it off at one point. Yeah, 73-13.
Ass cheeks.
You know, I know we took the over on Missouri State. Was it 3.5 or 4.5 wins?
Yeah.
I kind of expected a 55-point loss. I didn't expect a 60-point loss. But okay. And they got like points early. Like I think the first or second drive, they got points. Yeah, Boston College. Boston College could be good this year, man. They look good against Fordham.
Yeah.
But that's Fordham. Georgia State, Ole Miss. I didn't bet this, but I did pick Georgia State. They lost 63-7. Maybe you're more right about Georgia State than I am. He ran this shit up though. This shit was not.
Always does that shit.
This was a fucking like a 7-7 game in mid-second quarter.
I know.
Scored 38 in the second half.
I can't wait for Kentucky to beat them this next week. I'm so sick of Ole Miss.
Yeah. This game, Eastern Michigan, Texas State. I was watching this, man. Texas State's got some. They have more talent. Like Eastern Michigan was hanging tough for a little bit. But Texas State, we get the Battle of I-35 this weekend. They head down to San Antonio, take on UTSA at that filthy bullshit stadium they play in. But yeah, I thought Eastern Michigan and the points would be. I didn't bet it, but I'm saying the picks wise. And me and Terrell did throw this into a parlay, so I guess technically I did bet it, but I didn't bet the total or like the game. We threw it into a crazy parlay.
Right
now, yes. How about this play? Rice money line cashes. Oh, double-digit dogs.
Get this Louisiana shit out of here.
We got the Crab Classic going on against Houston this week. Rice is they're the best team to watch in college football right now.
I love them.
You got to watch Rice. All right. How about that win though? You got Louisiana. I told you, man. Des Moreau. He's an overrated coach, man. I want him to be good at Louisiana because he's at his alma mater. But for Rice to and you saw how bad Davidson was. Georgetown scored like 60 on him.
Yep.
Life after Scotty Abel's a bit different, Davidson.
Abel's a good coach, man. He has ready to go right off the bat. Great win for the Rice Owls.
Yeah.
We were all over that.
All over it. Then I should have bet this. I didn't bet this, but I should have. 69-0. Portland State's terrible. I feel sorry. Portland State's got to reinvest in their fucking program, man.
Yeah.
Where's our Portland State fan?
He went to bed.
Yeah. His team went to bed after week one. After when the ball kicked off week one, but they have North Dakota on deck now. That's fucking horrible. You're gonna get your ass kicked again. I feel bad for you because this is a rich history. They have a nice history at Portland State, man.
Yeah.
They got to get back to it. SMU. I was actually surprised here that SMU did not cover.
It kind of looks like cover. Shit.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if they keep it vanilla knowing Baylor's on deck. You never, because Commerce is a team that just came up from the D2 ranks to the FCS 2 years ago. I don't know what to make of it. Then you had this. Oh, I cashed. If Bryant could make a goddamn field goal, let me tell you, New Mexico State is bad, buddy. They are bad. I almost lost on this, but this game was much closer than the final score indicates, in my opinion. You had, New Mexico State only outgained them by 50 yards. Like
that's
it was
not
just,
very good.
Bryant went for some fourth downs. They got stuffed, missed some easy chip shot field goals. This game the score should have been a lot closer. But we covered that 20. Shout out to that. And then shout out to this. I ended up going in on this and cashed on Fresno State.
Fresno.
We battled, right? We battled here?
No, I bet Fresno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I faded
no,
help.
Bet Detective. I think Bet Detective took Georgia Southern.
Yeah, he loved
Yeah.
Georgia
Yeah.
Southern. I was like,
Yeah.
nah. I mean, dude, Fresno was not as bad. Kansas is good, and I think we know that now.
And I also think Fresno, that was the first game of a new coach.
Yeah.
Fresno has talent. And to me now in the Mountain West, we can't rule them out either. You know what I mean? Like they are always one of the more talented rosters in the Mountain West. So shout out for Matt Ents and company getting the shit together. Had over 500 yards of offense, holding Georgia Southern, by the way, who was known for their offense, holding them to 242 yards of total offense.
This is an ass whipping.
Is impressive. That is impressive.
Well, honestly, this was one of the more surprising games in terms of just like beatdowns. This was never close.
I liked it just because you're going to the fucking West Coast, man. And I like that shit in the NFL is a big thing, and really all forms of football to me. It's like why I take LSU or why I took UCLA money line against LSU a couple years ago. I was like, that shit's a real stat, man. I don't care what conference you're in. Going out there, these places, especially Fresno, where it's fucking lit. You know what I mean? Like they care about their fucking teams there. So
yeah.
And to all, me and you are on the same page, brother. They lost their identity / place in the world. I don't even think moving to the FBS. I think when they went air raid, I think they still like they can do the option in the FBS and be successful. And I'm okay. I think their identity's fine then. But to go air raid, it's like, what are we doing here? Next up, this game.
Sun Devils didn't look very good.
Let me tell you something. Northern Arizona went. There was a pandemic in college football about going for fourth downs when you don't need to.
I agree.
The pendulum has swung too far.
I am so sick of it.
3 points is 3 points. Northern Arizona and a bunch of other teams. I'm not even going to pinpoint them, but man, they went for a couple fourth downs, and I think this game was actually closer than the score indicates. Like if you watched from an eye test, just the game, they were having some success moving the ball on them, and they didn't get the amount of points that they were going for the jugular. I get it. You're a big ass dog, but you could tell Kenny Dillingham after the game was not happy with this team's performance.
No, they look like shit.
Yeah,
They look like a team that had felt themselves just all off season. Told how good they were.
Yeah. Shout out to Jeff talking.
They're gonna lose next week. They're gonna lose next week at Sark.
I think they could. They could, man.
Yeah.
They certainly could. The Viking Elder God. What's going on? He's still in the chat. That's why he's the best. How are we doing, man? What can we get some more money? What's the program got to do to get back to the Mouse Davis days at Portland State? Battle of the Palouse was a fucking awesome watch. I knew this game and I cashed on this. I bet Idaho in the points. They almost won this thing outright because Wazoo fumbled inside their own 10, up 10-3 with like 6 minutes left.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God, this game was this. You just knew this game. There was a dust up afterwards in this game.
It's great.
They need to play this every year. They should play this game every year, especially now that they're not in the Pac-10 or whatever, Pac-12. Like, just put this game on the schedule every year. Yeah. Wazoo, I mean, obviously, Jimmy Rogers bringing in a whole new roster. And for some strange reason, Zevi Ekhos didn't start. He wasn't even the second string. So I don't know what the hell happened there. The projected starting quarterback, who's actually been decent. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got suspended. I don't know if he quit the team. Something happened that we need to pay attention to because San Diego State's coming to town. And their best offensive player did not play for Washington State. Yeah. Yes, Cannabis, because Wazoo fumbled. Idaho ended up tying it up. It was a fun watch. Next up, we had we cashed on this. Arizona minus the points.
They're down.
Where you at, Matola?
He tweeted us. I saw me. He's having a couple cold ones at the game. They're down.
40-6. Is that impressive? You guys still want to fire Brent Brennan? I know it's Hawaii, but still. They beat Stanford the week before.
Arizona's going to be a lot better than what people are making them out to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
That guy's a good coach. I'm with you. Brennan's not a bad coach.
Yeah. And Rusty Shackelford giving us $5. Legit worried about my Cougs. You guys think they can go 1-11? No, you'll be better than that.
No, you'll be all right.
What's happening with Eckhouse though? What's that story with Eckhouse? Temple, Villanova, Wazoo. Yeah. I agree. And you're right, Brennan. I think we'll have Arizona playing good ball. We'll see.
I got to get up to Tucson, man. Tucson was lit last night.
Oh yeah. Let's go, man. They get Weber this week, so I think they're going to be 2-0 just out the gates. Let's go,
baby.
Then I cashed on a battle.
This is impressive.
I told you, buddy. All those fucking players left. I think Ron Rivera and Justin Wilcox are actually on the same page. I think that was all. And let me tell you, that freshman quarterback, Sagapolate, he's a baller. Now, obviously, I do expect. I told you I was DMing Rolovich. Rolovich is a very, very, very good coach.
Yeah.
He should be a head coach. I don't give a shit what anyone says. He is a very, very good football coach. Look at what he did. He took over from Norm Chow at Hawaii when that program was terrible and instantly got that shit going. He is the quarterbacks coach. I trust him with quarterbacks more than most quarterback coaches in America.
Yep.
So when he named him a starter over the 5-star Devin Brown, which I know Brown had struggled, but I still thought like he's still serviceable. And that told me something. I was like, he must really, and he's from Hawaii too, which makes me think like Rolovich probably has had connections. You know, June Jones is close to the high school programs there. He coached Tua in high school. So I was like, he's probably connected to this fucking guy. He's probably known about this guy for a long time. And that was part of my analysis. And I also thought Justin Wilcox too. I know we were talking in the chat up before someone was bringing up Justin Wilcox. Jeff in the chat saying, I think Wilcox at Cal's the best coach that needs an upgrade. He is a fantastic football coach in my opinion. But I'm telling you this, I took the over on Cal wins, and I think I was one of the only. We're not there yet. Watch out. Their schedule's nice.
They could get to the ACC championship.
Their schedule's not. Well, I mean, you expect the freshman quarterback to have a couple games where he just doesn't play well. But I'll say this: he looked incredible, and Malik Murphy was bitching at his OC. I don't know about Oregon State, buddy. I don't
know about Oregon State either. I'm saying that because I'm looking at Cal's schedule. Cal's got a nice schedule, and it lays out nice. And I
think they could beat Minnesota in 2 weeks, man. I know Minnesota will have that. They have a good defense, and he's got to not turn the ball over in that Minnesota game. But Minnesota's QB looked a little iffy to me against Buffalo. So, I think a lot of people have just penciled in wins for games at Cal, like Duke and North Carolina fans and Louisville fans and SMU fans. Watch out. They're gonna clip some teams.
Yep.
Cashed on that, and then I cashed on this. Holy shit, we got to talk about this. 20, dude, it goes to 21.5, 22. I had to go in on Colorado State, but there was a point. Tell me you saw this fake field goal.
It was hilarious.
So Colorado State was battling like neck and neck with Washington. First half, completely neck and neck, in my opinion. Third quarter, Washington gets a little bit of momentum. Husky Stadium starts rocking a little bit, but Colorado State moves the ball, gets it to their 32-yard line, right? Maybe even 29-yard line, something like that. It was like a 48-yard field goal, I feel like. And they go to kick a field goal, which would have cut the game to 7. Washington had got this thing up to 10. And you're thinking, hey, Colorado State gets a field goal here. They could win this game the way they've been sticking it to them offensively. Washington wasn't. I still thought that money line was live. And they do a fake field goal. That's one of the worst fake field goals you could see. Like nobody blocks.
Awful.
You should have just went for it. You were having success moving the ball. I do think if the season goes south for Norvell, he's going to look back at this moment and say, what the fuck was I doing? Washington ended up putting up over 500 yards. But let me tell you, some of that shit was misleading. You know what I mean? They added some shit on late, the momentum behind that. But Man, questionable coaching decision, in my opinion. Very questionable coaching decision. Fun game, though. Fun game. Yeah, and as Ron's saying in the chat, CSU's improved the last few years. They might be we might have been undervaluing them a little bit.
They might compete in the Mountain West.
We're saying that for
everybody.
They might compete in the Mountain West. It's wide open in the Mountain West, folks. And then you had UCLA, Utah. This was what I feel like this was my number one lock of the week. Me and you. Utah minus 5.5. I had a mortgage payment style wager on the Utes. 43-10. Your boy Nico, by the way.
He fucking sucks.
What did he do in that Ohio State game?
Threw for 97 yards.
Well, he improved on that. 136. 11 of 22, 136. Yeah, UCLA's at UNLV this week.
They might lose that too. They're ass.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious because I was at a bar watching the end of LSU Clemson, and then I was like, "Hey, come on, let's get the Utah UCLA game on." And then as soon as they flip it over, it's 20-0, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I didn't think UCLA would already be down." It was 20-0 in like the blink of an eye.
Yeah,
it was never competitive.
Yeah, and I don't know. I got my concerns.
Good. Utah looked good.
Yeah, no, they did, man. UCLA, I don't know about them moving forward, but well, I mean, I was all over this, but hang on one second.
Yeah, shout out to Kyle Whittingham, man. He had those dudes ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
What are you crushing a can over there?
Yeah, just got a cricket in the studio here.
YouTube.com/.
Yeah, let's go. Anyway, wow. Yes, took UCLA. I locked up the under 5.5 on UCLA.
Did Green end up going to the game?
I don't know. If so, he didn't text me with that, but
he probably hit after the UCLA pick.
And that wraps us up. But we do have this game tomorrow, which I will be at. Myself, NC Nick will be there in the stands doing Jaeger bombs, drinking whatever. We'll be the two people that probably get kicked out because we're not bringing our charcuterie board. But I'm excited for this, man. Chapel Bill. I've already bet North Carolina money line. What are you doing in this one again? You on money line? No, you took TCU.
No, right? I'm on my Big 12 Frogs, baby. Go Frogs.
Can't wait to watch this.
Me too.
So folks, we'll be back. I don't know if we're gonna do a reaction tomorrow. Maybe.
Only have one game, so if not, we'll be back on Tuesday.
Yeah, be back on Tuesday talking ball. But enjoy it. I'm on Chapel Bill, Max on TCU, and can't wait for the rest of the season. Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The College Football Experience on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Scott G's asking, does NC Nick do shows anymore? Not this season. He's coaching both of his girls' teams and got kids and shit. So it's he's got a lot on his plate. So trust me, he still wants to, but I think he still has the passion for it, but not this year. But don't worry. All right. You'll probably hear from him at some point. Till next time, folks, this is the College Football Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
Mailbox 1. You have 7 messages. 1.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. My body and soul are nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. My body and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. My body and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks. Logic is leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallenged, your board stiff. So arrange the pieces to appear cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with Post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to